Good morning, warriors. How are you? Even on a cold day like this? Yes, absolutely. All right, please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're working on our catechism question, working through the fourth commandment, which is on the Sabbath day. It's a little bit longer one, so we'll keep working through that. So the question is, what is the fourth commandment? I'll say a line, you repeat after me. The fourth commandment is, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath day of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Notice God takes a lot of time explaining that one, the Sabbath day, and there's a lot to it, and it's an important concept. Someone just going to church, that's obviously a big part of it, but resting, the idea of rest, resting from sin, resting from the desires and pleasures, God really, really wants us to set aside time to rest. So hopefully you had a restful weekend, but now we're getting back into school. And this week we're learning the virtue of integrity, and Mrs. Copeland will be one talking about that, so please welcome Mrs. Copeland.
Thanks, everybody. Good morning, warriors. Thank you. So, as Mr. Lockyer said, this week we're going to be talking about integrity. Excuse me. And our goal today is to make sure we know what integrity is. So I spent a little time looking for a definition, a way to explain it, and I came up with three things that I think will help us. First one was honesty in all things. Right? Honesty in all things. So we have a little callback that we do that reminds us to tell the truth even when it hurts, right? So let's practice that. Be a truth teller. Right, so that, when we say that, it reminds us to have integrity about our actions, telling the truth about them, even when it's hard, even when it's difficult. So that's part of integrity. Another one is kind of a big word, incorruptibility. Incorruptibility. You want to try to say it? Say it after me. Incorruptibility. Good. So sometimes when we think of something being corrupt, we might think of like a computer file or something, and something goes wrong on the inside of the computer about that thing that you've just made, and it gets corrupted or messed up. And it's not right anymore, but it's not always going to do what you expect it to do. So that's kind of an idea of integrity too, right? We should be not able to be corrupted, not able to be pulled into doing something that we know is wrong. Okay, and then a last one is one that's maybe a little bit simpler. Doing what's right even when no one is watching, right? That one is to me, a little bit easier to remember, but it's doing what's right. First, we have to know what's right, but then we have to do it, even if we think nobody sees us. We'll talk even more about that tomorrow. But as I was looking too, I found a really kind of cool quote about integrity from Mark Twain. It says, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." So that one's kind of funny, right? Because it tells us and reminds us that if we tell the truth, we don't have to remember the lies or the story that we told, because what we told is really what happened. We can remember that. And so it's really hard to get stuck or tricked or caught in your lie because you told the truth. But let's see what God says about integrity as well. In Proverbs 10, verse 9, it says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his way crooked will be found out." So the Bible even uses that word integrity. It's a quality that we should have. It's wise. We can walk securely without being worried and have confidence when we have integrity, when we do the right thing even when no one is watching. We want to have that integrity before the Lord. Then we don't have anything to hide. People around us can trust us to do what's right, and even though we might not always do what's right, someone with integrity will be honest and seek forgiveness when they've done something wrong. So people know they can trust us and believe what we say. Without integrity, we don't feel secure, do we? We have to remember those things we need to hide so nobody finds them out. That's not confidence, and that's not fun. That's not the joy that the Lord wants us to have. So I want you to think today and talk with your friends and things about knowing what we know about integrity. Think about what's good about being a person with integrity. So God is wise, and in Proverbs, he gives us this wisdom to have integrity. Let's walk securely with integrity, being honest in all things, doing what's right, even when we think nobody else is looking. Okay? Have a great day.
Great reminders. And then for the sake of time, I think we'll just do our closing song. So we'll learn a couple sound offs for integrity, but the one today that Mrs. Copeland reminded us is, be a truth teller, even when it hurts, showing of being a man or woman of integrity. Let's have a great day. I know it's a little frosty out there, but it's kind of fun. It's a little different, a little change of pace. So let's enjoy the time we have. We'll be grateful for this day because God made it. Lord be with you.